Whew. Let's switch up things a bit. The swamp is tough. Do like the village and the wheat fields. Maybe we bring back the groves and the black groves. Cemeteries are alright. Maybe we remove the vampire mansions for a while. Try with this. This is our path. Not a whole lot of enemies here yet. Armor. Good start. Like a weapon too. A ring. Some magic damage. That's basically a weapon. Ah, there we go. Ritual sword with damage and some extra magic damage and a shield. Fully equipped. Now we just need some things that actually spawn enemies. None of these really do. Well, the Black Grove does, but we can't place that down without having forests. We probably want to start placing down some mountains. Probably in this general area. There's a treasury. Sure, let's build the meadows up again. There's a grove and a black grove. I want to give the grove some time to spawn stuff, because I do want to fight whatever spawns there in my current loop. And I have the black grove over there, so the enemies close to the black grove die on 15% HP. Its roots devour enemies that have less than 50% life left. Let's make sure these meadows bloom so we get more HP regen per day. Cemetery. Let's also build that close to the Black Grove so we can feed those skeletons to the Black Grove as well. Sure. Road lantern. Let's place it down here. Keep those enemies from the forests in check. Better armor. Another grove. If we build these too close together, then a lot of these enemies can spawn on one spot. It's a bit too dangerous for my taste. Build some groves around our camp. Ho! That's a weapon. It's very early for a tier 4 weapon, but I'll gladly take it. Battlefield. Sure, let's have some wolf ghosts. Nothing can go wrong there, right? Ooh. The damage is quite a bit lower, but that's a lot of regen for now. I think I prefer the higher damage at the moment. More magic damage, less defense? Sure. Let's go aggressive here. Let's finish the peak actually. There's our first goblin camp. I find these goblins to be quite rough. There's another battlefield. Do we want to have a little bit of overlap perhaps? Just one space to turn into a blood path. That should be fine, right? Just this one though. The spaces that are in between two battlefields will turn into a blood path, and those spawn blood clots. Some vampirism, magic damage. I prefer the higher base damage than the vampirism. Vampirism is only good if you're doing a lot of damage after all. Overall better armor. We'll gladly take that. Do we want to Oblivion this goblin camp? Feel like that might be appropriate. Let's make it spawn one more goblin before we Oblivion it. Because by themselves these goblins aren't that scary. They only become scary if they stack up in groups. It's a lot of counter, but I prefer the vampirism at the moment. That's a lot of counter now. Let's keep that in mind. Let's finish... Oops. Let's finish that treasury. So we can get some gargoyles going. Another cemetery. I want this to be slightly away from the grove so we don't have to fight skeletons and rot wolves at the same time, otherwise that might get a bit overwhelming. More chrono crystals? Not really right now, right? They are nice with the meadows, but that's about it. Let's look at these items we got there. Damage to all, evasion? Sure. Some evasion on the weapon. Not sure how important that's gonna be. A better shield for sure. Oh. Higher damage weapon. Some of it even magic damage. There's our first enemy from the Blood Grove. Not sure what they are called again. Ah, there's a village. Damage to all defense attack speed. fine. Village. Maybe just before we enter this gauntlet there. Heal up a little, gain a quest. That's only 17 defense, that's not better. There's a ghost of a ghost again. Defense, damage to all. Only 1 defense less, but some vampirism and damage to all. That sounds good. Did I spawn another goblin camp? Or what happened there? Oh no, I gained a skill point. Surveyor. Plus 0.5 times loop HP for an adjacent roadside tile while passing a tile. What? What? Don't quite get it. But it probably heals us? Or is that max HP? No idea. Let's take Somersault. 35% chance to perform a counterattack during evade. That sounds very good. Now evasion is really what we are looking for. Maybe we want some damage still. Otherwise these counterattacks are not gonna do a whole lot. A road lantern. Happy to have that available. Oh, that's a nice weapon from that goblin. Higher damage, attack speed and vampirism, but no more magic damage. That's okay. We got a quest. Oh, no! That a big Black Grove guy became our quest target. Oh, that's gonna be rough. Oh, better weapons. Damage is higher for sure. That's 5 to 7, 6 more damage on average. We lose some attack speed, we lose a lot of vampirism. I don't think I'm gonna make that substitution there. Regen per second, probably not as important. Harpy should be no problem. 17% vampirism. Yeah, I'll take that. 555 HP. Oh no. Okay, attack speed, counter regen per sec. Nope. I think for a long fight like this, the vampirism is really gonna be quite useful. I think we'll lose quite a bit of HP, but I think we will win this. 36% vampirism at this point, so we're gonna heal up quite a bit from our attacks. That was a lot of equipment though. Attack speed, counter, damage to all. I kinda want the evasion, because evasion gives us counter as well. Shield, defense, regen, evasion. That is more evasion. 17 defense, so only 1 defense down for the evasion. That's worth it probably. We also lose some vampirism though. Gargoyle. Shouldn't be too bad. And indeed wasn't too bad. There's another goblin camp. Again, I think we're gonna spawn a few goblins before we nuke it. We don't really have any super dangerous areas yet. Maybe that's why we're doing pretty well right now. This is actually somewhat dangerous though. Less vampirism, but some defense, damage to all, magic damage. I'm fine with that. That's also a tier 8 chest piece. That's so much more HP. I'm gonna equip that. Wish we had some more evasion equipment. Can we... Yep. Okay, if the goblins split off between 2 tiles, maybe they're not quite as bad. Also, we almost out-heal this one. Wait is nice. Yeah, they don't hit too hard at the moment. A shield with evasion. Slightly higher defense, slightly lower evasion regen. Probably not worth. Counter and vampirism. I like the large HP pool we've got going. %14% evasion on the weapon. That's quite a bit of damage down, and we lose the vampirism. Might still be worth it. Oh. Lower HP, slightly lower HP, but more regen per second. I guess that's fine. Attack speed and vampirism and higher damage. Yeah, this is just overall better. We lose 1% vampirism, but with the higher damage and attack speed, we will, in the end, be healing more in total. Oh god, we are pumping out rot wolves like crazy there. That's a problem. I need to do something about it. Either nuke this chrono crystal or the grove. Oh, the meadow turned back. Okay. Where can we put another grove? Do we want another grove? Maybe with some distance to the other ones, so we don't have too many red wolves stacked on one another. Oh, that's a high damage weapon. Fine. Reduces our vampirism quite a bit, but the higher damage is probably gonna be worth it in the end. That's a lot of extra magic damage. But we also lose quite a lot of evasion. A black grove. Yes. Another treasury, glad to see one finally. These refills are a bit annoying. But it's not like we overing with a lot of evasion. That's good. 26% evasion is a good amount. But it only gets better from here on. That's so much defense up though. Oh. Damage slightly down, but regen up quite a bit. I think that's fine. If your HP drops below 30%, your regeneration is doubled. 10% chance upon hit of stunning target for 1 second. Regeneration is doubled. We have quite a bit of regeneration going. If your HP drops below 30%, huh? Yeah, I like it. Another growth. I want these spread apart a bit, so the red wolves don't stack up on one another. Magic damage and even more regen and more HP, that's just a straight upgrade. Higher base damage, damage to all but no regen. I think I'll keep my regen one just because we now have the regen benefit. Blood clots next to the red wolves. Annoying, but we seem to be mostly okay. Well, we lost almost 100 HP already, so... Damage slightly down, attack speed significantly up, regen quite a bit down, defense up. I think I'll keep what I have. Evasion only 1% down, but we get attack speed and quite a lot of defense. That seems worth it. It's a lot of HP, but I don't think just stacking a lot of HP is great. More road lanterns. I think we want one, or maybe even two around our camp. Just to make sure that there are not two enemies stacked upon one another. Because fighting them one by one is easy, fighting them all at the same time means they hit you the whole time while you take care of the first one. And then you still have to take care of the others. It basically multiplies their damage potential. This also helps us mitigate the downside of the Lich spawning, or rather reduce the amount of buildings he spawns with. So it's not quite as bad. That's those goblins. That's a no-no. Be gone, foul goblins. Think we are trying to spawn the Lich now. More goblins. I think we are in a pretty good spot. We do have these goblins there, but then we heal up in the village by at least 120, so that's something. That wasn't too bad. Counter on vampirism. Might be worth it. No, I think I prefer this one with the regen, magic damage. Let's place down some more meadows over here. Is this a good shield? It's not a bad shield. That's not really what we're looking for. We're back to full health. There's another one of these Black Growth enemies, the Black Golem or whatever they're called. These usually have pretty good loot. And we are quite healthy. Defense... No, I like my evasion. Flesh Golem. Living plant has a soul. High HP. Very high damage. But really slow attack speed. The ewates are doing nicely here. Keeping us from taking too much damage. Okay. Attack speed, counter, regen per second and really high damage. Weapon, armor with high attack speed, counter, HP. A bit lower regen, but that's still worth it. A lot of counter and vampirism on the shield. Yeah, these are all just good. Told you these guys give a lot of nice loot. Yeah, the Black Growth seem really worth it. Even though those flesh golems can be very scary. The loot they give is excellent. Defense, regen, vampirism. Oh, more evasion, yes. I think I want to try to spawn the Lich now. We are pretty healthy, well equipped. And we don't have too many scary fights between us and the camp. So let's just place down buildings to gain... to fill up the boss bar. Bit worried about these chrono crystals, but there we go. We need 1 or 2 more tiles, I guess. Hopefully we can get something pretty soon. We do have a few more fights coming. Otherwise we have to do a whole another loop. It's a lot of attack speed. And damage. I think that's better. This village definitely gives us what we need to spawn the Lich. Because it also allows us to place down wheat fields. Let's put down the treasury somewhere. We're not gonna be able to fill any of it up, but... Incursion radiates with powerful energy that devours space and time itself. It is time to face the destiny of this world. Lich's Palace. We have 1. So it's only 5% damage and HP. No, I don't want to retreat. Let's stay and fight this boss. How is this even possible? That's right. You didn't devour me like you did the rest of the world. Haven't I? Do you really don't think so? What are you talking about? I'm standing right in front of you. I consumed all of your reality. Every one of its elements now rests in a separate pocket dimension. Spaces, living beings, information, even memories. They shall remain there until entropy does its work, turning everything into a uniform static mass. Along with you, of course. You're insane. So, what do we have here? I see You found a way to interact with other pieces of your reality, to organize, combine and merge them. But how? I don't see any exceptional talent or knowledge in you. You hardly even understand what is happening, right? I'll tell you what's happening. A pile of bones is butchering my world and thinks that it can get away with it. You're already doomed, and you know it. Perhaps you're just the first in a series of systematic errors, a problem I must learn to solve. Let's not waste any time then. I don't think you're capable of feeling regret, but I'm about to change that. Lich. 1000 HP with 145 damage per attack, but a very slow attack speed. Undead Cosmic Mage has a soul. Researcher. Health and damage are increased by 5% for every Lich's Palace at the start of the battle. 5%. We have only one palace. Magic damage. So pierces our defenses, huh? In light of that, do we want to switch out anything? This shield certainly doesn't serve us well. No, I think we are fine. I think we have our best equipment up. Oh, he hits really hard. But I think our faster attack speed and the fact that we still have 3 potions stashed might let us just win this fight. Assuming there's no like... Oh, and also the Black Growth consumed the Lich. Nonsense. This is impossible for so many reasons. I don't understand. Now put everything back like it was before. I can't. I've already completed my task, even if the result is not perfect. You are in no position to refuse, you sack of bones. He's already received everything I could gather. I just wanted to see how our crusade against the universe would end, to witness what would come of it. My presence is no longer required. Who is he? I get it. You're connected somehow, right? That's why. You will find out soon enough. This anomaly will not escape his attention. Now my explanations will be meaningless to you. So spare me your wheezing and just die. If that sack of bones was telling the truth, I have a long journey ahead. I will build my whole world from scratch if I have to. And the skull of that monster will be the first brick in its foundation. Whew, that's some nice gear. Axis tilt. Time flies 15% faster. Is that a good thing or a bad one? Not sure. Awakened fragments. 2% chance to get a whole resource sphere instead of a chunk. That sounds good. Treasure hunter. 5% chance for a chest to spawn on top of a killed enemy. That sounds also quite good. That helps us get stronger. This helps us get more resources. Resource assortment. I probably want to unlock one of these. I assume these are permanent. 2% chance to get a whole resource sphere instead of a chunk. So usually the whole resource spheres take like between 10 and 20 chunks. I can't mouse over it right now, sadly. So that's about 2% chance to get like 15 additional resources or something. Whenever we get one. That will be about a 30% more resources. And it's actually very significant. I'm gonna go with this one. The boss has been defeated, but your journey doesn't have to end. You can retreat to the camp with all your findings, but remember, the world will forget all your deeds. It always forgets. We could do one more loop. We're still missing some metamorphoses and a bit of steel or metal to make upgrades. Orb of Immortality. Usually death is unstable. This orb makes it stably non-existent for a few seconds. That is usually enough to avoid this gruesome fate. That sounds special. Let's do one more loop. I think with the new gear we should be pretty well prepared. Attack speed, damage to all, high defense, yes. High HP, attack speed down, counter up. Regen stays the same. Yeah. Counter defense. No, I prefer the other shield. Counter vampirism. I prefer the evasion, I think. Should I though? Yeah. I think I should. It's another flesh golem. This one only has 300 HP. Wonder what their HP depends on. The red wolf is quite tanky with the quest bonus. I hope this extra loop wasn't a mistake. But this gives us a chance to potentially get this blooming meadow finished. These goblins are actually scary. But we'll see. I am confident that we can do it. We still have our potions as well. That's a lot of metal we just got from all these equipment pieces. I'm not gonna put down too many more dangerous tiles. I'm mostly just gonna focus around getting the most out of these treasuries. Another black growth. Why can't we put it here? Or here? That's not a chase. Oh! The black growth itself counts as a forest, I guess. Hungry growth? A black growth that lost its connection with the forest, in constant agony because of its irrational existence. Occasionally attacks the heroes. 29 damage. Devours enemies that have less than 20% HP left. Huh. So these are dangerous. More dangerous, but also more effective at devouring enemies. Interesting. Put down another village there for some more healing. Maybe even a village here. Oh, the village removed the goblin. Oh, please, let us kill these goblins quickly. Looks like we're gonna be fine. That's a lot of attack speed on this shield. Another big goblin cluster. We should be fine. Looks like we might just be able to get that. What happened there? Did something change here? Doesn't seem like anything changed there. Oh, we just got a quest. That's what made the sound. This sword is actually better with the magic damage. Oh, we got another point here. Shieldmaster, Battering Ram. The hero rushes into battle head on and his first attack has a 75% chance to stun each enemy for 1 second. I'm gonna get the Article of Protection, giving us some temporary HP here, so we have a better chance to make it back to the base. I'm definitely gonna leave after this loop. Things are getting quite dangerous. Vampirism, defense, magic damage, lower base defense though. I would like some vampirism, but I think it's not really worth. The evasion on the other hand. We lose a lot of defense for it though. Probably not worth either. Although with the temporary HP stuff, maybe evasion is just better than defense. Because evasion protects our shield while defense does explicitly not do so. That's another one of these completed. So we get a lot more resources there. We can Oblivion. We probably want to Oblivion this this cluster of bandits there. Although we're in pretty good shape at the moment, so maybe that's not really necessary. Maybe I shouldn't place down anything anymore and let these turn into resources as well. If you have too many cards in hand, they will also turn into resources. The ones you discard. Something we could use, I guess. That is, if we were to get any more cards. I'm not gonna Oblivion here. I think we have enough health to deal with these bandits. That's gonna be quite a bit of loot and thus quite a bit of resources, I would assume. Yeah, we are dodging a lot of their attacks. With the 32% evasion, and that gives us a lot of counter attacks. So I guess that's working quite well. And we're generating a lot of metal of the excess resources we scrap. And some memory fragments from the cards we lose. But it's time to leave this loop, I think. $10 metal. Only 2 memory fragments. I'm not focusing on these at all, so... And that's a lot of resources. Everybody, listen! The Lich is dead. The curse has been lifted, but... What Lich? And what curse? I believe you, of course, but I have no idea what you're talking about. You don't remember the dead sorcerer? The one in a fur coat holding a scepter, all shrouded in star nebulas, floating above the world on his shining wings and eating it piece by piece? That's strange. Everything looks the same around here. Why? I guess he's not the only reason for this darkness then. The skeleton has mentioned him. Whoever he is, he must have something to do with the obliteration of the world. It seems that I have no other option but to continue my expeditions. Okay. We gained a bunch of extra rations from our farm. Let's see what we can build now. The smithy would be nice. The supply depot we are still quite a bit off. Cook at the cemetery, giving us pieces of information over time. the refuge to unlock the rogue class, which I am excited about. Maybe that's what I should go for. Let's go for the refuge here. There is exile even in exile, hero. Don't be hard on the lost souls who have found their salvation in wine and gambling. Sit down instead and pick yourself a poison to drink. That's not why I'm here. It's so strange. This place and its surroundings, they are familiar to me. Now we're talking. So, did you make your living off the road? A bit of robbery, maybe? Or collecting bounties for someone's unlucky head? It's as if someone else knew and did all this, and now I have their knowledge and skills. And now I somehow literally have 2 aces up my sleeve. And I think I stole someone's purse too. Huh. Wait, that's my coin purse. You don't believe me? Ah well. Feel free to come by if you want to discuss your new trade. I didn't become this good with knives by working in the kitchen, you know. So, looks like our chef has some history as a rogue. Let's see if we can build anything else. We're a little bit short on wood for building a smithy. But letting us start with basic warrior's gear could be nice.